Check this out.
Hello, everybody. You can see I was having a little bit of trouble with getting the Streamlabs bot to work with me there for a second. What's up, Pop? How's it going, Slink Dog? Hello. Hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling a bit better. I still have a bit of a cough, and my voice has been kind of in and out over the past week. I don't know if I mentioned what I had, but I had some sort of flu. I took a test. It all came back negative, but I know for a fact it was the flu, probably COVID, because out of like the 5 times I've tested for COVID, I knew I had it at least 4 of those times, and I only tested positive once. So probably what's going on with that is that I ended up just having COVID. And now I'm also running into a different problem tonight, which I'll explain here in a minute. Hey, how's it going, guys? Do you watch UFC? There's some good fights tomorrow. I don't, but it is something that that I would be interested in watching here and there. I kind of just started watching a little bit of boxing. I believe last year is when I kind of started watching a little bit here and there. But yeah, it could be something I could totally watch. What do you even watch UFC on? Is it on like a streaming service or cable? What's it on? But yeah, going into today's issue. So, and it won't sound like an issue when I'm first talking about it. I got home from work, had some pizza, it was delicious. And then I had some cookie cake, it was delicious. And then I had some ice cream cake, and it was delicious. And then, ooh, I got a package in the mail. Oh, my freeze-dried ice cream I ordered like a couple weeks ago. Wow, I'm gonna try some of that. I ate so much of it, and now my tummy hurts. A rough existence of too much joy. And the mistake is completely on me this time. I went too far. I had too much power. Excuse me. But yeah, I am glad I ended up canceling the last week's stream. I would have literally the Saturday night going into the next morning, I felt so bad, and that was without having to talk for 3 hours or so. So I can't even imagine if I ended up streaming on top of that. I would not have been feeling good at all. It's on Paramount. Oh, okay. That's the one that I don't have at the moment, but I think one of my family members might have it. Hey, how's it going, Alexander? Pizza and ice cream sounds like a child's dream. Oh, it is. And it's adult Ratty's dream, too. Dream turned nightmare. All because of my own gluttony. Alrighty. Looks like we're going to be starting off with Guz with Cortisol Scrim. Hey, I saw... Look, it's still up on my monitor, which I'm actually going to pop the watermark on. But yeah, I saw that pop up earlier today. And I was kind of excited to see what it was all about. Okay. It's that time of year. Lonely Boy Scrim single. Album's on the way. Heck yeah. Glad to hear it. Excuse me, sorry. I'm probably going to be coughing a bit off and on. It's not... If I was streaming a few days ago, it would be way worse, I swear. Sing a high note for us. That's me. I'm trying to, and I can't because my voice is still half gone. Alrighty. Anyways, let's just get right into it. Oh, that was right into it. Is it not? There we go. Wow, that was actually kind of crazy. Love the new song. Can't wait for the album. Heck yeah. Alright. Let's do it. Is it crazy to say this is already a banger?
I've been crying with the top down, body hurting from the top down. I can't lie, I'm in the spot now, feeling for a pillow wash down. I don't think you wanna watch now. It get ugly when I shut down. It get hard to put the cup down when you got a thirst for God now. I've been riding by my lonely. Now that everybody know me, but nobody really know me. I've been running out of homies, quarters all through my body. Oh, I can't trust nobody, no. Daddy say you never call me, no. Cut the lights off, it's a party, no. I've been feeling all kinds of broke. Whoa, oh, oh. Don't be working like you used to, no. No, no, no. Lord, I know I ain't perfect, but I'm willing. I'm out of sick days and I need some healing. I don't wanna feel how I've been feeling. I've been feeling everything but forgiving, Lord. I'm not worthy, no, no, no. I'm not worthy, no, no, no. But still you love me, oh. Put my faith in you, Lord, oh. I've been crying with the top down.
Oh, okay. I have to pause it, but if I know that last part's gonna go insane. I really love this song. This sounds incredible. I didn't expect it to go towards like a more pop sounding song, but I'm all for it. Because it still stays true to like a sound that I'm familiar with, but at the same time it's definitely more leaning into a pop and melodic tone. Way more melodic than a lot of other tracks I've heard from either Scrim or the S Boys or Ruby. Just altogether, definitely very pop leaning, and I love it a ton. This is super catchy. I like his vocals a lot. It's completely out of left field, but it still sounds incredible. And this is what I love about the S Boys, and each of them individually, respectively, is that they're so good at just being able to expand in any direction musically and do a good job with it. Because I've heard quite a few genres from them now. I've heard some rock. I've heard, I guess more punk rock, but whatever, same difference. Now we're getting into more of a pop sound, obviously like trap, rap. They're just really all over the board, and there's just so many more places they can go to. And honestly, I have a feeling they will go to a lot more different styles. When we least expect it, they'll be switching up things, and I'm loving the idea of that. But yeah, very cool. I also like the juxtaposed sound of, while everything's kind of gives off an upbeat vibe production wise and vocal wise, the lyrics themselves are definitely more on like a downer side. And it's just like I said, a nice little juxtaposition that definitely deserves some mention. Hey, how's it going, Lumi? I love the approach, and the best dropping towards the end is just the cherry on top, or the beat dropping. Yeah, I know. I just from that little bit, I already agree with you. But speaking of, let's get back to it because I really want to hear that again. I'll actually go back a decent amount here.
down. Body hurt from the top down. I can't lie, I'm in the spot now. Feeling for a pillow wash down. I don't think you wanna watch down. It get ugly when I shut down. It get hard to put the cup down. When you got a thirst for God now. I've been riding by my lonely. Now that everybody know me, but nobody really know me. I've been running out of homies. Cortisol through my body. Oh, I can't trust nobody. No, daddy say you never call me. No, cut the lights off, it's a party. No, I've been running lonely. Now that everybody know me, but nobody really know me. I've been running out of homies. Cortisol through my body. Oh, I can't trust nobody. No, daddy say you never call me. No, cut the lights off, it's a party.
Oh, and those strings for that fade out. Oh, that was beautiful. I really, really like that song a ton. That could be up there for one of my favorites, just in general, from just again across the S-Boys universe. Definitely up there for sure. Actually, got to add this to my playlist before I forget, because I definitely am going to be listening to this a lot in the upcoming weeks for sure. Makes me even more excited for the upcoming album. Or wait, oh, okay, never mind. When I went to like actually pull up the song, it showed album Cortisol, and I'm like, wait, the album's not out, is it? But that was just for the actual single. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful song. Oh yeah, and that just came out today. Okay, yeah, love that. Yeah, and thank you so much, Pop. I appreciate the 5 with Oscar Sings Miss Kiss Kiss Bang. All right. A little bit of rhyme there. I appreciate the guaranteed send in. Let me pop that up here. Pop with Alex Swings, Oscar Swings. There we go. Okay, in the radio version. And then also I do want to add that drum beat, when it kicked in, it felt very reminiscent to how Josh Dun drums. It's not quite as, because I feel like his drumming is a bit more stylized, but I think he does some similar beats to that kind of semi-often. Usually it's that, but spiced up a bit more. So I could totally see just more, I don't know. I would love, this is a big stretch and a big non-chance of happening. I would love to get Josh Dun thrown on a S-Boys song. Putting that out there. I think it would be awesome. Because his drumming specifically, it would work with songs like this really, really well. Hey, what's up, Missy? Welcome back, welcome back. Had a craving for creepy rap filters, so know who I thought of. Of course, of course. Welcome back once again. Where the rap filters always are creepy and or cute, depending on who you are and how you look at it. Could I send a guaranteed? Oh, for sure, guys. Which actually, that reminds me, I have 2 guaranteed spots left, and of course, fast passes are unlimited as of now. See if that changes later. I only chose the radio version because it seemed to have the best sound quality. There are other videos with lower. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I mean, if you want, I can also go to Spotify and try to listen to the full version. If that would be better. Josh Dun on a S-Boys song is actually for real. Oh, don't get me hyped up. That sounds awesome. That sounds really cool. I think they sampled one of their songs. Really? Oh, not released yet. I would love to hear that. Let me know if that ever becomes like something I can listen to. Defending us from copyright. Yes, the protective rats. Which, speaking of, for those that were interested, the Sleep Token videos are back up. As suspected, it's the instrumental versions of the Sleep Token songs. They just came out, so then they lifted the worldwide block. stupid, and I'm pretty sure it was. This is a bit of conspiracy theory, so just be aware of that. I'm not saying they did this. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure they did. They are promoting the vinyls and stuff for that instrumental album with all of the videos that are reacting to just the songs that aren't instrumental, because they classified all the songs as instrumental songs, as instrumental versions. So that seems a little bit like, I don't really care a whole lot either way, because it doesn't matter to me as long as the video is up, but I do care that they took down the video for a while, and if that's why they did it, then that's a little annoying. And when I say they, I mean the record labels. I don't think it was Sleep Token specifically. And probably more likely specifically it was Sony. Because you'll see videos that are saying that it was RCA. It says when, like, on the actual copyright strikes, or not strikes, takedowns, whatever you want to call them, it says SME, which is Sony Music Entertainment, on behalf of RCA. So technically it probably could be RCA, but I have a feeling it's actually Sony. Hey, how's it going, Mandy? Welcome back. Pardon my tardiness. Hope you recovered, or at least feeling better. I am feeling a bit better, and thank you. The big thing now is that I ate too many sweets and pizza, and my tummy hurts a little bit, but I can get over that. I can make do. Excuse me. Yeah, Spotify is okay. I gotcha. Okay, in that case, I'll just put that down as the note instead of the radio version. Yeah, the vids are all back now, Lumi. I don't think there's a single one that isn't back now, but they're just used to promote the new instrumental versions instead of the original songs, which is what I actually reacted to. Record labels are dumb. Couldn't agree more, Alexander. I've also been back on my Sleep Token phase recently. I feel like I'm just now kind of stepping out of it a bit, but that's just because I listened to those songs so many times from that last album, to the point where if I don't give it a little bit of a break, then I'll just really get tired of them for a while. But I really have listened to the crap out of that last album, and just Sleep Token in general. I almost said S Token because of the S Boys. But yeah, Sleep Token. I've been listening to This Place Will Become Your Tomb a lot recently too. I was just talking about this with another community where YouTube and Sony being as terrible as it is, they did the numbers and they should be $1 million channel, but are barely making maybe 1,800. Oh yeah, Sony is silly. Sony is a silly company that likes to ruin things, from gaming to music, I'm sure, to movies and other stuff too, IPs. Okay. Alrighty. Anyways, up next we have Missy Gal with the Fast Pass. I appreciate it. Take This Memory by Jesse Wells. Okay, I got you. Let me pull that up. And yeah, thank you again. I appreciate that. And there's Guz with the Guaranteed. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me get this typed in really quick. Take This Memory. Jesse Wells. There we go. This guy looks kind of familiar. I don't know if I've actually heard him before or anything, but he does look slightly familiar. And then Guzhead. Rougarou. I've Become the Monster, Duck Boy. Oh, sick. Some more Duck Boy. Is this the second or third Duck Boy song I've heard? I know it hasn't been very many. But I know I've liked everything I've heard from him. Whether it was one or two songs, I know I liked them. Okay. So Guz. And that leaves one more guaranteed spot left, if I didn't say so already. There we go. They're moving solely to Patreon. How? I'm trying to figure out how a channel could maintain itself only being on Patreon. Because I feel like you'd need to keep the YouTube channel just to keep on bringing in new viewers to the Patreon. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't like running the Patreon because that puts me at risk liability-wise to copyright situations. Way more so. That's why I haven't done it yet. I know a lot of reactors do it, but I don't want that heat, at least until I get a LLC set up. Can't have Lonely Boy without Doug Boy. Hell yeah. You know, really quick, let me see if I do have any Jesse Wells songs added to my playlist, just out of curiosity. Okay, no, I do not. So maybe I have, maybe I haven't heard them. I don't know. I still feel like I recognize them, though. Alright, anyways. Let's get into it. Jesse Wells, Take This Memory.
This memory, an amulet against your cosmic maladies. Take this memory and let it charm away your sad and lonely feelings. Times are getting hard. It won't be long before it's over. Life is like a yard. There's more weeds than four-leaf clovers. Take this memory and wash your hands of all that dirty history. Take this memory, no breath of hair is taken secretly. Before I depart,
Like when he does that.
into that carnival of dust, God's electric heart will have to be enough for us. May you be so intrepid in your plight. May you scale every mountain in your mind. May you leave the things you don't need behind. Don't you forget me. Won't you remember? Take.
Alright, let me pause here really quick. I realize it's kind of towards the end here. I really like this style of song where it is just super raw, especially because his vocals, I personally like his vocals a lot. They've got the slight raspiness to them. Yeah, he's able to hit like these semi-high notes, these sort of like breathy high notes nicely in a way that's pleasant for me to hear. I also like when he's playing the guitar, when he's picking it, it kind of sounds a bit like so there's the animated movie Robin Hood. There's like the main theme that the rooster plays. It's hard to do that sound with my mouth, but it's kind of a back and forth sort of sound. And he kind of interpolates that sort of style in his guitar playing with other notes thrown in between, so it's a bit more complicated. But I love that because it always gives off immediately a very folky sound, and definitely like an older sound, and I can always appreciate that. But again, I do really like the rawness of it, and I do like his vocals quite a bit. But anyways, let me get back to the rest of the song.
Take this memory, let it remind you to let it live and let it be. Take forget the rest. Just don't forget me.
A classic way to end a song. Okay, I couldn't tell. So there's motorcycle sounds outside of my house that I can hear, and then on top of that, there's the motorcycle sound inside of that video in the background. So I'm like, I couldn't tell which was which one was like happening to me in real life versus the ones that were in the song. So yeah, that was just a little funny tidbit. But yeah, I think that sounds really good, especially for a very raw song recorded in one take on what seems to be a phone. So that's definitely an interesting way to do a song like that, and I think it sounds great. Is this how he posts them too? Like, oh, sorry, I'm losing my voice a bit. Is this how he posts them, just like this raw, or does he actually make them more studio sounding? And speaking of, there's actually another guy that he played a song. It's not super similar to this, but I think if you like this, you would definitely like this other one. I'm gonna look for it here in a second. Thank you so much, Missy. I appreciate it. Oh, with another Jesse Wells song. Perfect. Thank you very much. I'll pull that one up right now, just so we can get to it. Rapport. Okay. Man. Bow now, bow now, bow now, bow bow. Bow now, bow now, bow bow. I know I added that song not too long ago. That's why I should be able to find it at least kind of quick, so just bear with me for a second here. Bow now, bow now, bow now, bow bow. I'm wondering if it would be in a recent playlist. Well, this is gonna absolutely kill me if I can't find the song that I'm talking about, because it's such like in such a similar style to this, and it's gonna kill me. How long ago was that? Probably a couple months ago. I'm getting closer. I can feel it. I'm scrolling through my playlist. Oh wait, I think I remember the name of it. That'll help. If You Know Me, that's what it is. Let me play a little bit. Where it's also just super, super raw sounding. I'm skipping around a little bit. But yeah, it's If You Know Me by Hudson Freeman. There we go. It took me long enough, but I got there. Oh, okay, they still post to YouTube and TikTok. Okay, I get you. No need to apologize. I understand now. He's this country musical historian, I kid you not. He's also relatively indie, self-publishing, and doesn't copyright strike. Heck yeah, we love to hear that. Massive Bon Iver vibes. Love the intimateness of this, as if you're hanging with friends, being in each other's company around the campfire. Yes, exactly. He posts them like this, a bit more satirical, but subtly so. But he tours religiously. Oh, okay, so he's probably making quite a bit of money touring then. At least I hope. It's hard to say with touring bands, because sometimes they'll make a ton of money, sometimes they make like none, because of Ticketmaster. It's true, Pop. It is Mother's Day upcoming on Sunday. My mom's birthday was just yesterday, so she kind of just gets like a half-week period each year of like celebration. All right, anyways, I've been getting distracted here. Oh, speaking of, looks like he's coming to Kansas City.
What's
Alrighty. Let's hear it.
If you worked a little harder, then you'd have a lot more. So the blame and the shame's on you for being so damn poor. It ain't the price gouging, and it ain't the inflation. It ain't everyone above you trying to make a buck from you in school and the whole congregation. I had that reduced lunch, I had the benefit cards. Never occurred to me to blame my family for life being so damn hard. I should have paid attention back when I was in school. Then I could figure up the tax. I would know a lot of facts. I missed the class where they taught the rules. I was memorizing capitals, I was in the spelling bee. I must have skipped the part where they taught the art of private equity. I was selling chocolate bars, I had a disorder. I was cutting up a frog, got lost in the fog, learning how to play recorder. If you only worked a little harder. If you worked a little harder. If you worked a little harder. If you worked a little harder, then you'd have a lot more. So the shame and the blame's on you for being so damn poor. It ain't the banks, and it ain't the taxes. It ain't the payday loans and high rent homes and predatory fees and practices. Wave your dumb flag, whatever it means. But you should ask yourself, when it comes to health, are the poor really all that free? If you worked a little harder, if you worked a little harder, if you worked a little harder, you'd have a lot more. So the blame and the shame's on you for being so damn poor, yeah.
Okay, there's actually quite a bit to talk about here. I kind of let the song play through because, first of all, the no copyright strike thing, beautiful. Second of all, because I kind of forgot, and it was a little too late for me to pause. I do like this one, though, because, first of all, it's a lot that I can personally relate to. And I like that he almost makes it humorous in a way with how people, not everybody, but there is, I'm sure, a decently large amount of people that think that you didn't work hard enough to get to a position where you can actually really do well for yourself and where you wouldn't be poor, as he was saying. But there's a lot of cases where people are born into extreme poverty and they really can't get out of it. They can make a lot of effort. I don't want to say they can't, but it's really, 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 really difficult and partially based on luck. And a lot of people that I know personally, whether family, friends, or like friends' parents and stuff, they basically were only able to get to a point where they could make it so their kids can grow up to a point where they can actually be successful. So while they might not have had the most money in their lifetime and been able to live in a life that isn't like considered poor, they basically were able to build up just enough and work as hard as they could to get it so their kids would have a good starting point so they could actually take it to the next level and be more successful. And why I can relate to that is, again, friends, family, like my dad did that for me. So definitely something that I deeply resonate with. And I like a song like this because on some terms when he's smiling, you can kind of tell that he's being a little bit humorous, and humorous in kind of a cruel way, where it's like, oh, it's like funny in a way that people look at it like this, but that's just how it is. But I like that quite a bit. And there's little things that he mentions about like living poor that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to, again, myself included. But yeah, definitely a very, very nice song. ADHD is popping off for that's I'm not on medication, but I get it. I mean, you'll see me get distracted often here. He does produce albums I happily own. Heck yeah. He recently was on Stephen Colbert because he was nominated for a Grammy or two. Oh, sick. That's actually crazy. Especially for this style of music, you wouldn't think that he would get to that level. And no offense, of course, it just doesn't. When you're just putting out music that's like super, super underproduced, it's not exactly easy to blow up. So a good example of that is, so if you go back to my community post, I posted about it a while back. There's this guy that I shouted out, super tiny channel, like 13 subscribers or something. And he made a song that I just really, really, really loved. And he's been making music for a decent amount of time. He has like 8 songs out or something, and he just doesn't get very many views. Which definitely, if you get the chance, go back through my community tab. It's not too far down, like maybe like 6 posts or something. Again, his name is like something Salmon something. I don't know. But it's like he makes super raw music and it sounded really, really good. And like, so that's just going towards the point that it's not easy to blow up. You can make the best music in the world, even if it is produced really. So I guess the point is kind of moot. But it's definitely harder to blow up when you're making it like this. Rat scratches an itch in my brain. Oh yeah, for sure. A fan asked Scrim about a 21 Pilots collab, and his response, Scrim said, sampled 2 of their songs recently. Let's hope they clear. That would be beautiful. I feel like it's gonna be hard to say with Fueled by Ramen if they'll allow it. I can't see why 21 Pilots want it though, because I feel like they speak, or at least they used to speak, on similar veins that the S Boys do. Not necessarily about the drug part, but a lot about the mental illness stuff. He never preaches per se. You encapsulate the feeling of each moment and bottles it up, release the raspy notes, sense of indignant camaraderie. That's what I meant by the satirical flavor. Yes, and I get that. And I kind of like this, where it doesn't go full into like it doesn't go so deep into a topic, but it covers all the little things that kind of surround it, so it doesn't feel like super charged, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not super aggressive, but it still gets the point across. By talking about like adjacent things. Hey, what's up, Josh Carlos? Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, he's sang on the show too. All right. Well, anyways, very cool. Very cool indeed. Oh, thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. With hey, more Alter Bridge. I love to see it. So Alter Bridge Slip to the Void lyrics, and that's also a fast pass, so I'll pull that up after this. Excuse me. There we go. And it was wow. I like that. Whatever, however you did that. It is kind of funny though that his concert showed up right when you were talking about it in the YouTube ad. Excuse me. And I'm trying not to cough too much. Hey, can't help it a bit. It's like that mucus type of cough where it's like you're just coughing up stuff from your lungs. Not to get too graphic with it. Alrighty. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. Alter Bridge, Slip to the Void.
Slip to the void, to the dark, to the fall.
This feels a lot different.
Crawl to the life you shouldn't know.
Almost like Nine Inch Nails, maybe?
You should never come this way to test the hands of fate. You don't belong here. Peel back the skin, close your eyes. Hell is born to the abyss, but be warned. You fear what you've become. My God, what have you done? You don't belong here.
Oh, that was...
But it's all in the way you touch and you obey. But it's all in the way you touch and you obey.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Not a great spot. There's nowhere good to pause on this one. It's just non-stop. This honestly feels a lot different from their other songs that I've heard so far, but I really, really like it. It almost feels like they lean a bit more into that shine down sound. And you know what? I'm all for it. I really, really like the vocals on this one. I like the very whispery, raspy vocals at the beginning. It kind of felt a little bit more eerie, and like I said, that part almost gave off a little bit of Nine Inch Nails, kind of with just progression wise. But yeah, I really, really like this. It's not, I feel like they're going a little bit further away from like their storytelling vibes they go with some of their other songs, and it's like it's still there, but it definitely feels more this is gonna sound stupid, more moving from story to song, on like the spectrum of story to song compared to the usual stuff. I feel like that needs to be a triangle, but I don't know what the triangle, the third point would be, because that's not quite the perfect representation, but we'll deal with it for now. Yeah, nonetheless, I really, really love this. I think it's very catchy. I like the guitar riffs a lot, and also they're doing their usual thing where they like to kind of switch up styles throughout the song. We went from the beginning into the middle, and now this third section actually sounds quite a bit different again. And the fact that I got this far into the song too without really even thinking, because it was 3 minutes in and I didn't even think about pausing. And then I was like, oh shoot, I gotta find a spot to pause here. And it kept on going. And in the good way, of course. I just couldn't find a good spot for it. And that doesn't happen all the time. Usually I catch myself about a minute and a half in or so. But yeah, very, very good. I'm loving this a ton. The coughs never bother me, cough voicer. Heck yeah, I'll still try my best to not be too terrible with it. The girl with the funky guitar, Chef Kiss, for real. Even Michelle circa Full House pops up. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. I'm not sure exactly which GIF or meme you're talking about. I do know Full House though, and I don't, so I know what you're talking about. Definitely Reznor Pen inspired. Reminds me more of Fugazi's Waiting Room with a flash of Clash sprinkled in. I do know a bit of Clash. I'm not familiar with Fugazi. I mean, it's Tool of Corn. I've barely heard any Tool. I've heard a little bit of Corn. What I've heard doesn't sound quite like this, but I've only heard a little bit. So, anyways, though, let me get back to it. Go back a little bit here. These layers on this guitar, that sound. I was doing a little bit of a circle back to the beginning. The guitar kind of sounded a bit like a clown laughing or something at the very end. Yeah, I love that a ton. At this point, I'm wondering, does Alter Bridge have any bad songs? Knock on wood. Because I've just loved all of their songs so much. They've definitely got a very unique style. That just, it kind of mixes a lot of different sounds. I'll go over a few that I frequently reference when I'm hearing them. If I didn't just like forget them or just now. Iron Maiden, they definitely have some Iron Maiden sounds. They're in like a weird half metalcore-ish. It's not metalcore, don't get me wrong, but it's like a metal alternative. It's like if metalcore went a different direction and was a different genre. Like it split off in two spots, two different histories, like in that Loki TV show where you have the different split offs of time, and they went a different direction with it, so they have a little bit of an alternative sound, definitely metal. It just kind of feels like they're just, again, all across the board of rock. They're hard to pin down, is I guess what I'm getting to. They're very, very unique, and they always kind of surprise me, because even though they do similar things in each song, no song sounds the same. They don't have very like super similarly or samey sounding things. They're always kind of keeping you on your toes, especially because they have like 3 to 6 switch ups in every song, so they're always changing things up. And in those switch ups, that's usually when they're switching their rock style too. So you just get to hear so much across the board in just each individual song. But yeah, I love this one a lot. I can't even say that it's like one of my favorites, just because I think they're all just kind of tied for me at this point. Or maybe not tied, but very close, because I've loved them all so much. Alter Bridge, Slip to the Void. There we go. Put that on Spotify. Hey, how's it going, Radio Friendly? Welcome back. Your choice if you are in the mood for American Pirates. Pick random between 1 through 19. Or my cheesy Love Inc. song, Consequence. I don't even know. I really don't. That's too many options. 19. It's essentially 20 options here. Let me pull up. I'm doing a wheel with 1 through 20, and that'll solve that. Give me a second. Let's take a second to type. There we go. This isn't me. I'm not getting to it immediately, but once I get to it, because I'll get to it since it's your song that your group made. But when I get to it, I'll get to whatever this lands on. Oh. All right, there we go. We've got 4. We've got 4 Radio Friendly. Yeah, whatever 4 is, go ahead and throw that into the free queue. And like I said, I'll make sure I get to it. I'll send you a Mark Martell request. You want a cover or his or an original? Huh. Y'all are handing me tough questions because I do really like his covers, but I've also never heard an original, so I don't know. I wouldn't mind either way. Alter Bridge is consistently good, but as a fan, some are better than others, but it's a great discography. Okay, so I assume that you've been sending me the ones that you like the most so far, for the most part, so that makes sense. Yeah, too many choices. It's time to feel like I'm participating. How's your vocal range today, Reddy? Probably not great. As you can tell, I'm losing my voice just as we speak. Or as I continue talking, I'm losing it more and more. Oh wait, let me make sure I pull. Where did YouTube go? Oh wait, no, it's still there. It just is on the black screen. There we go. I'm fine either way, Gregory. Also, welcome. I don't know if I said welcome to you or not. Are you in the works of a new song ready? I've been waiting. Yes, I know. I'm so bad about just taking. I take too much time on things. Although I guess that's kind of how I like to do it. Just take my time. But I've just been really busy on the weekends. That's kind of what's kept me from working on it much, if at all. But yeah, it's still in the same state as I've said before. I have so many songs that are just pretty much done. It's just the mastering and mixing parts that I want to refine a bit better. Also, there's a few things I want to re-record. But yeah, there's definitely one it shouldn't be too hard to get done, and it's going to be the more like downer song that I was talking about releasing a while back. That will be the next one. I need to make sure my voice gets to the part where I can sort of sing again, at least a little bit. So then I can re-record the lines on that one, because I think I could do a little bit better than what I have right now. I don't need it to be perfect. I usually just kind of call it good at a certain point, because I could spend time to actually make, I think, all the vocals sound pretty good. But I usually like to leave some of the imperfections in there, because first of all, I don't want to spend too much time on it, and second of all, it just, I'm not too worried about it, and I think sometimes they can add to the song, make it a little bit more raw sounding. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's true, Mandy. I still need to put that as a Streamlabs message to, yeah, set all your messages to all or live chat So then you can see Guz talking, because Guz doesn't show up otherwise for whatever reason. Oh, thank you so much, Josh Carlos. I appreciate it. Once again with another Fast Pass with Mark Martell Paradise. Mark Martell Paradise. What do we decide on? Is this an original? Did you want one of the live ones or the studio? I'm fine either way. Okay, that is an original. Okay, sick. So we're getting something completely new from what I'm used to hearing, at least from Mark Martell. Studio? Okay, I gotcha.
But you want
Oh, it's doing the weird this is what it was doing a while back, where the album cover on videos like this for whatever reason is stretched super thin. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Very funny though. Alrighty. Anyways, let's get into it. We've got Paradise by Mark Martell. Oh, gotta unmute it. That's a good start. There we go. I was not expecting this sound. Oh, what the hell?
Toxic kind of crazy heart keeps me underneath the thumb, robs me of my dignity tonight. Always wants to take a piece and chew me up and spit me out, just enough to get me through the night. Before I know it, I'm just doing what she says. Yes, I'm doing this. Take me, hold me tightly, don't break me. Keep me chained up in paradise. In paradise. Falling, 'cause you know that I'm all in. Keep me chained up in paradise. In paradise. Yes, I'm doing this again.
Alright, let me pause here really quick. This caught me off guard. I'm gonna keep it real, like really off guard. I don't know why, but I was kind of expecting his solo stuff to end up being kind of like Bublé, or I thought it was gonna be a lot more pop centric, which I guess doesn't really make sense in retrospect, considering that he covers Queen, which is a rock band. But in my mind, I just figured he seems like he'd be a really good pop singer. But honestly, especially hearing him sing this, it sounds like his regular vocals actually sound, even without him trying to impersonate Freddie Mercury, that he still just kind of sounds like him. So I guess it just kind of gives off that that Queen sound no matter what. But I do like this a lot. I love when he hits those high notes. Also, you can still see the Queen inspiration even in this with the harmonies that he chooses to do. It just, man, that's going to be hard to get over that hump, I think, of just him sounding like Freddie Mercury. But either way, I'm loving this a ton so far. I think it sounds really good. Just caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting a rock song. Glad to have seen Mark live, guys. Legit. That would be a cool concert just because he is such a cool singer. This falsetto is great. I definitely agree, Alexander. Was that a train horn in the very beginning? Tried to rewind but can't tell. It could have been in real life too. That's a possibility. It could have been in my like real world. But I can go back really quick. Okay, we're at 119. Let's go back to the very beginning just for a second here. Oh, it actually might have been. It's either that or a riser that just sounds very similar to a train. But yeah, it at the very least sounds incredibly similar to a train. Not the band Train, though. Actually, you know, I think there could be some comparisons to the band Train here. Song is very Queenish, sounds great. Yeah, it's like almost like a grungier Cajun version of Queen, if that makes any sense. Maybe somebody else will pick up on that. Anyways, let's get back to it.
I'm in trouble half the time, just looking for another eye. I don't have a choice, and she don't have to try. Every moment next to her is sweeter than an aged lane, evaporating when I open my eyes. Most nights she got me tangled in her webs. I don't wanna stop this. Take me, hold me tightly, don't break me. Keep me chained up in paradise, in paradise. Falling, 'cause you know that I'm all in. Keep me locked up in paradise, in paradise, in paradise.
Oh, I love that little bend.
Take me, honestly, if it breaks me, I will still call it paradise. Paradise. Falling, even if I fought it, I'd never escape from your paradise. Your paradise.
Oh.
So take me, hold me tightly, don't break me. Keep me chained up in paradise, your paradise.
This is crazy.
Paradise, your paradise.
No, that was really, really good. I love that ending a ton, though. That's my favorite part of the song, that like last bridge slash outro, where you get the chorus overlaid onto that guitar solo. Also like how it kind of sounded like it slowed down. I don't think the BPM actually did slow down any. I think that was just because the guitar playing was in a slower fashion compared to the rest of the song, where everything felt super fast paced. Like the instrumental itself actually might have been halftime, but the vocals and everything were exactly the same pace, and I love that a ton. I think it added a lot to the song actually and kept it very interesting. Like, I liked the song up to that point, but I'm glad that was there. Otherwise, if there was no section like that that had such a sort of drastic change from the rest of the song, then I could see it getting a bit boring. But that definitely does a lot for the song, and it just shows a lot of creativity on Mark Martell's part for production wise. This song as a whole was produced really, really well. I love that a ton. And I'm actually gonna have to add this to my playlist. Mark Martell, Paradise. What's funny enough is I think the outro reminds me of a Coldplay song. I'm trying to remember exactly which one it is. It's not Sky Full of Stars, is it? There's one that has a guitar solo at the end that kind of sounds a little bit similar. But it's funny because they also have a song called Paradise. Loving this so much I had to put my other earbud in. This part sounds similar to something. Excuse me. I think that part to me felt a lot more similar to some alternative bands. I meant Coldplay being one. Also the Killers, I think they also have some similar outros like that. So maybe you're thinking of a group like that, but that's just in my own experience. I think there's some similarities there. Honestly, didn't get the Queen sound until that soft section with the harmonies. Totally on board now. Once you listen to his stuff where I feel like that also kind of changes my view of it, is because I've heard him do those Queen covers where he just sounds identical. So it's like I can really hear that voice in these. Or not, like his own music now. Nice. I had written this guy off as a one-trick pony. This was great. Okay. I didn't necessarily do that per se, but I definitely can see like where that would have come from. Because I mean, I've only heard him do the Queen stuff, so to some extent, I also was sort of thinking, yeah, I guess I was a little bit in the same boat. Not quite there, since I really just haven't heard enough to fully be like, oh, he only does this, but the assumption was forming. This has proven to me that he's definitely very good on his own outside of just the covers. Like, he's good at the covers, but he's really good at making his own music too. So best of both worlds. Added to my playlist, very solid. For sure. Paradise by Coldplay getting handed. Yeah, exactly. Paradise used to be one of my favorite songs, I'm not gonna lie, by Coldplay. I still love that song a lot, but I think now my favorites from them are, oh, it might be Every Teardrop is a Waterfall. Well, as four is Big Rock Candy Mountain, so I put 2. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'll put green on your name just to make sure I get to that. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, I didn't add that to the list, so we're good on that regard. Speaking of, I'm probably gonna go for maybe an hour and a half more at this point. I don't want to completely kill my voice for tomorrow. Especially, I've got a busy day tomorrow. Excuse me. I do love The Scientist Mania. It's a very good song. I think recently Coldplay has been a bit of a sellout band with their last album. Maybe their last 2 albums, I'm trying to remember. Let me actually just pull that up really quick. It might just be the last one, because I think they did have some good music still on their second to last. No, yeah, it was their last 2 albums. Music of the Spheres and Moon Music were not great. Everyday Life still felt like it had personality to it. And Music of the Spheres and Moon Music were both pretty bad. Even their own fan base I saw was flaming them on that, like, hugely. Even on Reddit, which, of all places, you wouldn't expect it. They were flaming the heck out of their new music, because it just is so soulless. Which I don't say lightly. I really don't say that lightly at all. They did a song with BTS that was terrible. Really, I might have heard that one, because there were like a few songs that I thought were like okay. They were good enough that I remember I added a few to my playlist, but I couldn't tell you a single one of them. I couldn't tell you what they sound like. They were just kind of good enough that like I could add them to my playlist, hear them, and be satisfied with listening to them. But they definitely weren't very unique, especially for Coldplay, which in the past had made some really good songs. Some unique. I actually didn't add a single song from Moon Music. The last ones I added were from the album before that, which I already forgot what it's called. Whatever. Yeah, Everyday Life, for whatever that album was still pretty good. And never mind, it was kind of good, but not like the old ones. Yeah, their old music was very, very good. No matter how much people thought they were overrated, they made good music, so I don't want to hear it. Also, that reminds me, I kind of want to make a video about, because I've noticed a trend where a lot of unique bands will get flamed by music reviewers and just people in general. So like bands like Sleep Token, 21 Pilots, it's that vein where they make kind of their own style genres and put a lot of effort into it. Like you can tell, it's very unique. It doesn't sound like anything else, and they always get flamed for it. It's an interesting phenomenon that I've really been picking up on, and I kind of want to make a video about that at some point. No guarantees, but it'd be a little bit different than usual. Alrighty, anyways, let's get to Alexander's song, and then I'll do a couple free spins. So we've got Lady Gaga, A Million Reasons. Imagine Dragons is another one. I know people might not agree with that at all, but minus their last album, which was terrible. It was not a good album. I couldn't even get through it all. I really didn't like that album, but minus that one, I think they've made some very unique music. They just tend to make kind of more so generic songs for their singles just to get a mainstream audience, and then their actual albums have just a bunch of really odd sounds and just very unique sounding things. So they're particularly unique with how they produce their music. Yeah, good call on the hydration, Mandy. Okay. Let me get that searched. Oh, Spotify, I gotcha. I just saw your little note on the side. Lady Gaga, A Million Reasons. Okay. There it is. Here we got lyrics. I'll pop off that watermark for now. Okay, let's do it. Let's hear it.
You're giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. If I had a highway, I would run for the hills. If you could find a dry way, I'd forever be still. But you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. I bow down to pray. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but baby, I just need one good one to stay. Head stuck in a...
Is this a cover song? I feel like I recognize that chorus, because like during the verse, it felt like there's something just at the very tip of my brain where I was like, something sounds kind of familiar. It has to be. Either way, though, I think it sounds good. I like her vocals on this. I like the rawness of it. I tend to really like her songs where everything's not super produced, and especially on her vocals, and everything's a bit stripped back, because I think she's a really good vocalist, and that is kind of covered by a lot of overproduction, specifically on vocals, on a lot of her other songs. Because I mean, I didn't even realize that she was as good of a vocalist as she is, because I'd only heard her old stuff where everything was, like I said, super overproduced, especially on the vocal side. So it was just kind of hard to tell. But once I started hearing more of her songs where everything was a bit more raw, I was like, wow, she's actually a very, very talented vocalist. But yeah, so far I think this sounds really good. It's I've noticed there's some slight country twang on this, which she just so happens to be wearing a country like cowboy hat on that cover, which is definitely interesting. But yeah, so far so good. Love this song. Forgot about this song. Wow. Did I ever miss? No, you haven't. I haven't gotten to your song, Lemmy. No need to apologize for emojis. Suggesting the song here. She wrote this album for her family. Since it's close to Mother's Day, I guess it would fit, and it is a nice message to dedicate them. Oh, that's a good idea, Alexander. So, was this a is there like a studio version then? Because I feel like I've heard a very, very produced version. Or maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, and that's like later towards the end of this song. Very popular on radio back in 2017. What's up, Turned Off? I'm so 420 right now. Hope y'all are well. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. I would wish you I'll wish you a happy 420 either way, even if it's not actually 420. Anyways, let's get to the rest of the song. I'll see if I can pick up some more familiar thoughts.
Like a lilac off and I stare. It's like that I've stopped breathing but completely aware. 'Cause you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. And if you say something that you might even mean, it's hard to even fathom which parts I should believe. 'Cause you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. I bow down to prayer. I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away, but baby, I just need one good one to stay. Oh baby, I'm bleeding, bleeding. Can't you give me what I'm needing, needing? Every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith. But baby, I just need one good one, good one, good one, good one, good one, good one. When I bow down to prayer, I try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got 100 million reasons to walk away. Baby, I just need one good one, good one. Tell me that you'll be the good one, good one. Baby, I just need one good one to stay.
Yeah, that was really good. Actually like that quite a bit. I definitely recognize that chorus, especially when it starts coming back in like the last couple times. Then it definitely, because you get that slight bit more of production going on with it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is definitely familiar now. I definitely know this. And it is a very, very catchy chorus. I think the song as a whole, it feels like kind of like traditional vibes to it. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of, because it's weirdly like half acoustic, but also not quite full acoustic sounding. Like it's, I think that's because of the chorus though, because the chorus is just so powerful, given the very strong vocals on her end, that it almost keeps it from sounding as acoustic as it is. I don't know. Definitely an interesting one from Lady Gaga, and definitely stands out amongst all the songs that I've heard from her as of now. But yeah, very solid song nonetheless. I like that one quite a bit. I already added it to my playlist down there. Wow, thank you so much, Small Fox. I appreciate it. Hey, with some more Simple Man. Love that. I believe I'll have a Simple Man video coming out soon. It's on one that you've sent in, so you'll recognize the reaction. But nonetheless, I will be posting that eventually. I think my editor actually got done with that video yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So sometime this month. Alrighty. Let me pull that up. Oh, thank you, Lumi. I appreciate it. With the Guaranteed, which that's actually the last Guaranteed song of the night. Still leaving fast passes open, but Guaranteeds are done. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate all the donos. Helps me a lot. for sure. Helps cover that donation fund. Or editor fund. Oh wait, that's not it. There we go. So, games close to home. Spotify. Okay, I gotcha. I didn't really listen to Gaga until I saw A Star Is Born. That's kind of more recent, isn't it? 420 Somewhere Always. This is a country song already. A lot of people hated it, but I loved it a lot. It's very raw, and she barely used effects on her voice. Yeah, I didn't really hear many just hard production, I guess, effects in general. It was very raw as a whole. Like, it was probably mostly compression. Compression and noise gates. Maybe a limiter. Although I will say, I think calling it a country song is a slight stretch. It has like a slight country twang on it, but it doesn't feel like it's all the way there yet either. But maybe I'm being a bit too nitpicky on that. In my opinion, Gaga's best era was when she sang For A Star Is Born. More deep ballads instead of catchy pop songs. Don't get me wrong, her pop songs are nostalgic and great, but as an adult, I prefer more mature sounding songs. Yeah, I think, Alexander, you were sending in some songs from A Star Is Born a while back, weren't you? And I believe I was liking them quite a bit more, actually, than her very electronic pop songs from days of old. Excuse me. It's a good reminder of how she's really pretty good, and yeah, I like the rawness. Yeah, exactly. She's a really talented singer. It just isn't always shown off when she uses so many vocal effects all the time, which I don't really have a problem with. I just think she has such good vocals that it's almost like it's almost worse having them than not. And I don't say that about every singer. I usually like when singers use vocal effects of any kind. But in her case, half the time at least, I prefer when there aren't any. Howdy, howdy. I think you'll like this game song. It's a pretty interesting genre fusion. I love to hear that, Lumi. I love to hear that. Have you heard of Avalon by the S-Chaps? I have not turned off. That's funny, I do know another song called Avalon, though, by like Sweet Foxes or something, that I really like. Alright, anyways, let's pull up this next song from Small Fox, which is Rescue Me by Simple Man. Oh wait, is that song I was just talking about? There it is. This is the song I was talking about earlier in my community post. It's very good. Dang Raccoons, Derek Salmon. That's what it is, Derek Salmon. I wanted to say Salmon. I love his chord progressions a lot. But yeah, definitely check this song out if you can. It's so good. I don't want to play too much here. I'm really trying to get him some more views because he deserves it on at least that song. Alrighty. Okay, Simple Man, Rescue Me, watermark engaged. Let's do this. Holy, that was so loud. I might need to turn down the song at some point, we'll see.
Yeah. Every time my heart beats, I ain't making that happen. So we call that an involuntary action. But everything after design for satisfaction is a choice I put in motion that happens from attraction. If I'm drawn to the pain or disappointment of losing, then unknowingly, that's the course that I'm choosing. And the sleep that I'm losing, looking for the lost pieces, will never provide the answers that I feel are needed, cause there are none. This is it, and we're hearing it. Gotta embrace the confusion, and you see clear in it. No drink, drug, girl, or no medical fix will ever lift you to a state of perpetual bliss. It's your world, boss. What you seeing, what you doing, ain't nobody on the way to save you, so get to moving. Winning or you losing doesn't really matter though. It's the value of the effort, not the outcome of the goal.
Can you hear me? Is someone there? Am I losing my mind? Am I losing my mind? Am I all alone? Won't you rescue me? Talking to myself, staring at
Beat yourself up.
All right, let me pause here. First of all, I love the sample that he's using, whatever it's from. I have no idea. But there's something about these slightly pitched up vocals used for samples or otherwise that I just really like. It's one of those things where it can definitely be a bit hit or miss. Some artists I don't think do it quite right, and it sounds a little goofy. But that being said, I do like the use of it here a lot. To be honest, I wasn't super in tune with the lyrics. I was mostly just vibing out. He's got such a nice flow here that it's just easy to close your eyes and really just, you know what I mean? Like, just sit there and really just kind of absolutely vibe to it, especially with this production. I think it sounds very beautiful. It's kind of somber sounding too, so it's sort of a chill rap song, and I'm definitely getting into it a lot. I can pretty confidently say I already really like this song. Simple Man is definitely becoming an artist that I'm really enjoying. I'm actually already going to be adding this to my playlist. Maybe if I start my podcast up again at some point, I'll have to reach out to him, see if he wants to do at least a quick session. The issue with those are so time consuming. Those podcasts, time consuming and hard to set up. Excuse me. Hence why I've only done a couple. There we go. Added that to my playlist. And thank you so much, Turned Off with the Fast Pass. I appreciate that. Hey, with the S-Boy song, Avalon. Okay. Let me get that added to the list up here. Again, for those just popping in here, I apologize that I'm losing my voice so bad. I'm trying not to. There we go. Got that queued up there. I said, there we go. Since $10 coming your way. I just saw that. I get it after the fact. The Avalon I know is the one by DPR Ian also makes an Avalon song. What are the chances of that? I haven't heard that one, I don't think either. This one is one of his deeper ones. It sounds like that. I'll have to pay a little bit more attention to lyrics on the next like half of it, because I was definitely too zoned in to like the actual sound on the first half. Yeah, we haven't been graced by DPR Ian for a while. This song reminds me of the soundtrack to the S Squad. I'm not sure why, but it does. Are you talking about new or old one? I guess probably the old one. I'm trying to remember any other song other than the 21 Pilots one, Heathens. I honestly don't remember the other songs that were on that one. Alright, anyways. Let's get back to it. I'll go back a little bit.
Beat yourself up like a prize fighter. Let that anxiety pull you an all-nighter. Sink into the fire. Let your body burn from the flames. Turn away interaction and hurt from the shame. Let that self-pity bake. Dwell in the hate. Turn your back on love. You can tell when it's fake. All these self-destructive actions are stalling your climb. It's a maze that you have made and it's all in your mind. And you will never beat it. The trick is you gotta love it. Confront yourself on it. Pull yourself up above it. Get back out in public. Let the sunlight in. Don't fear any type of judgment. Just come right in.
leaning on and leave it alone. There's never been an easy route, so stop the reaching out. Feel yourself breathing in, feel yourself breathing out.
No, wait a minute. Okay, I know I just paused earlier. This is like very, very similar to Stand by Eminem. It's a note to self, essentially, is what it seems like. I just wanted to make sure I got that out of the way before I forget. But very, very similar to that song. I feel like meaning-wise, except for not quite as dark as that one, and this one is more motivational, to be honest, where it's like, hey, it almost, you know, it kind of feels like looking at anxiety to yourself. I don't know if that's exactly what he's going for, but you always have this like kind of inner turmoil if you deal with anxiety, where it's like you kind of shut yourself in. You don't want to get like put yourself out there to the world and do things that you don't want to do, but you have to in order to at least get some semblance of normalcy. You just really, really have to push yourself to do things that you really don't want to do, and that's kind of how this song is speaking to me at the moment. But of course, I think he's got a little bit more different meaning to it than what I'm, I guess, understanding it as. But let's get back to it.
In the day, the life that we overanalyze and let it slip away. It's the perfect puzzle. You versus yourself in a world full of people, yet not a soul can help. It's the grand design of a race in mind against the hands of time and a search for authenticity on the faces while they pantomime. So it's you alone, that's the furthest reach. There's no truth to seek underneath the surface deep. Stop trying to find the meaning. The meaning is us now. The meaning is the moments that we share for leaving out. We gotta find a way to separate from things we dreaming about, cause fantasy and reality, they rarely ever even out. So consider this one tough love. Restore the faith in yourself back to what it once was. Nobody's ever gonna make things right, but you got every tool you need to live a wonderful life. I love you.
Yeah. I really like that one a lot. I like the instrumental production a ton. I like the sample used during the chorus. I'd like to know what that's from, just so I could hear the original at some point, but I do like the sample used. And it definitely feels like he's definitely more writing to himself to keep himself from losing like hope and blowing up and really being able to follow his dreams as an artist. So I'm sure he's going through a tough time where he really just was starting to give up a bit, especially with lines like, you're looking for the meaning. He was talking about like finding meaning in things. And that kind of struck me as like he feels like he really has to do things in a certain way. Like he was kind of boxing himself into a certain style to try to blow up, when in reality he's got to kind of let loose a little bit, do it in a way that he wants to do it, and not give up on succeeding all at the same time. Because what's the point in trying to get big if you can't even enjoy it when you're doing it? At least to some extent. I realize everything content creation wise and otherwise, like when it comes to art, music, things like that, you do kind of have to bend a knee a bit if you really want to blow up. But that being said, you don't want to fully lose sight of why you're doing it, because otherwise it's not really a dream job if you're not really enjoying it anymore. I feel like that's kind of where I'm at, where it's like I know there's a lot of stuff I could do, both like YouTube wise and just all of my different outlets, where I could grow larger as a channel and otherwise, but I like doing things the way I do them because it's how I enjoy doing it. And so I can even relate to it to that level, if that's what he's trying to get across. I could be reading into it a bit too much, I don't know. But music is meant to be interpreted. Avalon, my Animal Crossing island is named Avalon, Island of the Apples. Ooh. That reminds me, I've been seeing a lot of videos of like, I don't even know what it is, like Tamagotchi Life or something on the Nintendo Switch where people have their Miis. Just saying horrendous things to each other on their, like, these islands. I don't even know what the heck it is. But it makes me want to get a Nintendo Switch because it's so funny. Coming out, but I don't like green apples. Too tart unless you cook them down or pair them with caramel. You know, I get it. Because I don't love green apples. I think they're worse than a lot of other ones. I still like them a little bit, but they're definitely one of the worst ones for me. Gotta take the pups out. Thanks for the great vibe. Heck yeah, Missy. Thanks for stopping by once again. I appreciate you making some time to stop in here. Thanks for sending in the songs. Thanks for the donos. Appreciate it as always. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Heck yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, have a wonderful night. Do you like Birds of a Feather by Billy Reddy? It's such a good song. Yes, I do. I actually have a full review of that album from Billie Eilish. I think I have a reaction too. It's just, it's in a live stream form to that full album. Maybe not to that song. I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't do a specific reaction to that song because I heard it like a million times on TikTok. So I'd heard it. But I do love that song. I was actually just listening to it a bit today. I listen to it kind of frequently. That's one of those songs that sure blew up like a ton, but it's just a good song. It's a really good song. Like, there's a reason it's popular. Yeah, it was Cindy that sent it in, Mandy. Which that reminds me, I still need to make some recorded reactions too, because I said I was going to in the community tab. I haven't forgotten. I'm going to. Blake Lively's probably going to be one of them. I think that was who Cindy was actually asking for, because that's an artist I think I heard a little bit of, and I've heard that he sounds like Bon Iver, so I'm definitely interested in that. I just haven't because I've been sick, so. It is so good. That was when I first joined the community, because my first memories were Cindy recommending Billy. That makes sense. I was wondering, I'm surprised you remember that. I feel like I have an odd memory. Some things I'll remember really, really well, random things, and other things not so much. I guess it depends on what the song, what point in life I was at, etc. There's a lot of different reasons. Okay, so up next we've got Avalon by the S-Boys, sent from Turned Off. So let me pull that up. Oh, it pops up immediately. Which actually, I'm gonna see if I can find that song that I know called Avalon. It's gonna sound completely different than what we're listening to now. It's by Foxygen. That's what it is. Da -da, da -da, da. Bum, 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 bum. Anyways, it's an absolute banger. Avalon by Foxygen. Can't recommend it enough. Very fun song. But away from that Avalon and onto the S-Boys Avalon and its lyric video. I love their lyric videos. Okay. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Psycho ward to the mental, I'm a thorn. And the wards got the 50 in my rod. Skate the block off them Zannies, so I'm calm. Cough a lot from the damage to my lungs. Dope smoking, gun toting, I'm a killer's killer. Pill popper, I don't know a lot who really sick em. Full of nigga, Coney drinker, fucking up my liver. Pull the trigger up the dollar to the highest bidder. Ooh la la, what's the vibe? Pussy fuck. AK boom, put them in their tomb, take lives just because. Say nah, I'm a 5 from the drugs. Been that hoe, get a bitch some dick, she get off of my nut. She gon' deep throat it till she cry. Got my face tatted on her thigh. Realest motherfucker from the fight. Every meal the last supper when you got.
It's kind of a crazy line. Alright, let me pause here really quick. We're about halfway through here. It's actually halfway through, actually. So far I'm liking this one, and I'm liking how raw the vocals are in this one. They're very, very, very raw sounding. There's like no vocal effects really thrown on there. Also, could be a conspiracy theory, but those backing vocals, the ad-libs, some of them sound like they're Puya doing the ad-libs. I've only heard a little bit from him though, so I don't know, I could be wrong. And he's not necessarily featured on this, but there's a few of those ad-libs where I'm like, that does not sound like either of them, and it sounds like Puya. I don't know though. I've been here for a little over 2 years now, I think. That sounds about right, Mandy. At least somewhere in that time range. Of like just around, just like before or right after 2 years, one of the two. Completed the trio in one stream. S-Boys, Only Boy, and Duck Boy. Heck yeah. The ultimate trifecta. Because it was around Thanksgiving a few months after my ear surgery, if you remember that. I do remember that, actually. Because I remember talking about that on my other channel, too, because I was still streaming over there. Wait, it's May. Whoa, Whiplash. Yeah, for real. It's crazy, it's May. It's especially weird for me, because this is my first time that it's hit May, and I don't get a summer break. So, I guess technically last year I didn't either, but it's the first time leaving May where I didn't have school like up until now. It's so odd. Because what, how many years did I go? Like 16, 17 years of school where that was the case, so it's so odd. Pretty sure the ad-libs are scrim, but I can hearing Puya. You're probably right. It sounds so much like Puya. Anyways, though, let's get back to it. I'll go back a little bit.
Send me the fucking natty and I'll see y'all in a second. Keys to the fleet with caddy, push to start the 911. Drive the bitch you crazy, yeah, they always trying to date me, trying to save me. It's all because I suck a titties like a bitch. Hate me on you, one better watch your back, I never front. You want products, I got the bunch, ain't nothing changed except the chunk. Knock the piss out of pussy boy, trust. Start up 30 off the 40, let it bust. Give me bread, watch how quick I start to duck. I put Fenty on the toe, she put Fenty in my cup. What with all this racket, what the fuck with all this fuss? We be unapproachable, but still they bomb rush. Oh my, suicide, you're that guy. You're that guy who wanna die, what's your sign? She a 9 personality, borderline. She tried to stand me up, but I dicked her down and bent her spine.
I'm losing it. Okay, this one definitely seems a bit more satirical throughout, especially so on that last line, the way that he's actually saying it, like the way that he's pronouncing the words. I'm trying to, there's a word for what I'm saying, but I can't think of it at the moment. It sounds like he's trying to be jokey about it on top of it. I'll go back to it.
But I dicked her down and bent her spine.
Bent her spine. Oh, yeah. Throughout this one, it definitely felt a bit more satirical than usual. They usually have a few satirical lines thrown in pretty much every song. This one felt pretty much throughout. So it's different in that way. I do like this one quite a bit. It feels a lot more raw comparatively to a lot of their other music. I feel like there's not quite as much going on production wise and even vocal wise compared to usual. They're not putting a ton of effects on, obviously. I think the beat is a little bit more simple than usual, but that being said, I just like, at this point I feel like I can confidently say I just like all their music, and I've only heard so much of it. Like, relative to how much music they've had, I've heard like nothing But I like every song, and I do enjoy this one as well. This one though, because it's going down the satirical route a little more, you're also getting more different sounding vocals, I guess. Like they're, especially Ruby's doing a lot of different little odd man, this is like the one time I really need to know the word for what I'm thinking of, but just like how he's pronouncing things is definitely accent. Like his accent per line is changing pretty often, and it's even just the delivery of some of these lines is very different on this song versus some of the other ones. And I don't think we're gonna get another one quite. Oh no, I can't even say that. There's probably I'm sure they have several more satirical songs. This is I think one of the first for me where it's past the usual amount of satire. I'm back. My bad. I had to finish up my homework. Hey, do your homework. I'm glad that you did that. Doing homework is key to success. I was hoping for this reaction from the last line. Really? Yeah. Fade away from half court. Beats 5 is crazy. I like those tight grooves. No, I get it. I get it for sure. When you go to school, your concept of time is so defined. Out of school time seems non-existent. So blame it on COVID. Everything since then is a literal blur, for real. But yeah, when school's done, it's like, wow, it definitely feels like it's a whole new perspective on everything. Like everything goes by so much faster. And it's weird. I'm getting to the point that I didn't know if I'd ever get to, because everybody always says this. But it does get to a point where it's like, man, I kind of do miss going to school. Even though I was way more stressed at school most of the time than what I was like at my job. I still am from time to time, depending on what I'm doing. But it was like daily at school, I'd be stressed for at least half of every semester. Pretty much midterms and onwards. So in reality, it was harder, I think, for me than what working is. But there is there's a lot of stuff surrounding school though, like friends, just like traveling, going to school, walking around campus, things like that. I do definitely miss. I'm mostly talking about college. I couldn't care less about high school for the most part. There's a few things, but much less. '20s is where the satire lyrics really came in. Really? I would have pictured that some of it would have been from before too, but you know, that makes sense though too, especially considering they were going drug free and everything. So they were probably honestly feeling better 2020s and onward. All just stimulating on so many levels and then it's gone. Yeah, for real. Alrighty. Anyways, I do like that one. Let me add that to my playlist. It's just a bit different from the usual. I feel bad because I do say that about a lot of their songs, but it's true every time. Their songs are always so much different. And it's weird too because it almost feels wrong saying it because they also do have a kind of similar sound on just all of their music as well. But it's just there's so many things that are just slightly changed that really just keeps it feeling different every song. Alrighty, there we go. I need to get some water in my system. I've only been drinking coffee so far during the stream. Which, by the way, I haven't mentioned the mug in a while, but if you want to get this mug for yourself, check out the Fourth Wall shop, link in the description down below. If you order it during a live stream, I'll also give you a fast pass request, to keep that in mind. And that goes for any physical merch, by the way. But yeah, the mug is wonderful. You can ask all the people that have gotten it. It's obviously the most popular item on the shop. Yeah, get that out of the way. Anyways, I should probably open my water bottle. I need to get water in me. Thank you, Turned Off, for sending the link. I got accepted to college also, can't wait. Heck yeah, congratulations, Slink. It's always exciting. Don't let us scare you about the things that are difficult about college. It also depends on what field you're going into, but college as a whole is definitely an experience, even though people look down on it a bit more now than what they used to. It's still fun, and I think it can do a lot for you. And it's a nice in-between time between just kind of, it feels like an in-between between being a kid and then growing up to an adult. And honestly, in my eyes, I'm still a kid until I'm 25, so maybe I'll be a kid for the rest of my life. I'll just let me just do that. I don't miss school, too stressful, but I miss the regimen of do this, expecting to see certain people, even if you don't like them. Being disabled, my structures wibble up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you, Mandy. Even for me, I did like having that sort of schedule. And yeah, there was a lot of people that I will never talk to them again, but I generally enjoyed being around them in school. Even a few that I didn't necessarily love, but it was fun. Like teachers that I really didn't like that I could talk to my friends about. Like that was always fun. An underrated thing is their ad-libs. Sometimes their ad-libs make me laugh just for how much they put into it. No, I get that for sure, guys. Yeah, I will change everything. Oh, for sure. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but one of my professors, because I was in a computer science program. I've talked about this before, but in case you didn't know, I was in a comp sci program. And one of my professors, the one that had been there for a while, he said that our school was thinking about switching from teaching how to code to just teaching how to read code and teaching, like, just using AI to write the code for us. And that was 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So that tells you just how quickly this has moved. And the fact that that was a discussion then is crazy. Just because, especially now, AI is able to code so well. Of course, it can't do everything perfectly. But they wanted you to be able to read code so you could correct things instead of just write it all. And I thought that was interesting. Yeah, vibe coding pretty much is what they wanted to teach how to do. Which, despite what a lot of people think, it is a skill to be able to actually, like, legitimately vibe code. Because there's vibe coders, but then there's people that actually know how to code. And trust me, it makes a big difference. I've seen a lot of people that I know try to code through vibe coding, and they'll get things done. But a lot of times they'll run into bugs and issues that they don't know how to fix or get around. That because I know how to code, I know how to work with the AI to actually get it to what I want, and how to correct things that I don't like, or the things that don't work. So yeah, using AI for coding is a skill, despite what anybody might tell you. It is not necessarily easy. It's its own task. Or even just using AI in general. Alright, anyways. Up next. Actually, let me mark that off the list here. Okay. Let's get to some wheel spins. I'll switch off this number list and get the actual names up there. Alrighty, then Mandy, I'll throw your name up there. There you go. Alright, let me take off that watermark. And let's get it. And we've got Pop. That's actually, that would be in order if we weren't doing spids. That's funny. And yep, there's Pop right there. Okay, so we've got Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark by Secret Remastered 2019. That sounds crazy in a good way. Okay, I'm assuming you're wanting this version that says Remastered 2019.
Do kids
Throw that watermark back on. I'm at the end of a gap year right now. I'm going into trades soon though. Yeah, I think trades are becoming really, really relevant as of recent, especially because, well, I still stand by that. I definitely recommend college. I also recommend trades kind of equally, just whichever you want to do. Kind of just one or the other, or some sort of certification that can also be good. But that being said, college has definitely turned into more of a quote-unquote scam as of recent years, like past, I don't even know when this really started, but I'm just going to say past 15 to 20 years especially, where things are just way too expensive for what they offer, especially because a lot of colleges use grad students as professors and things like that, so they've got their issues. So yeah, definitely trade schools are definitely a good option because of that. Especially because more and more jobs are accepting no college degree on things, and trades will work just fine. Engineering for environmental or either art, I get that. I actually there was a recruiter from an art school that he tried to get me to join in my area, but I almost did. I just what kind of kept me away is I needed so many art pieces to turn in for basic application, and I'm like, I don't have the time for that. That was part of it. And also, it's just art degrees are, I don't want to say they're useless, but they don't make it that easy to get a job unless you're going into a specific type of art degree surrounding either engineering or maybe graphic design and stuff, but even then that's a little less relevant than what it used to be. So that's why I didn't end up doing it. Took an intro to coding course in high school. It was fun in the beginning, then it was escalated very quickly, made me feel like I was in the Matrix. I found that my high school coding classes sucked. They were not good, especially if anybody's familiar with I can't remember what it's called. There's a specific program that is for programming that's used in a lot of high schools. I can't think of what it's called for the life of me, but it sucks. It sucks so bad. Yes, it sounds okay. I gotcha, Pop. Just sign up for a lot of scholarships for real. Yes, which at some point that's actually something I want to do in the future. I don't want to say too much on it because I don't know when or if I'll actually be able to pull this off. But I'd like to do a charity stream at some point that goes towards the scholarship program that sent me to college. Because I talked about this before, but I managed to get a full ride. Mostly because of one specific scholarship, but I'll leave that to the future. I don't want to talk about it too much now because I don't know the logistics on doing that. I'd have to do more research. Get AI to mass apply to scholarships. That's actually not a bad idea, as long as you give it enough personal information to go off of. Anyways, though, let's get into this track. I'll stop talking for now. You know, I'll even pop a mint into my mouth to help with that, because that'll also help with my throat a little bit. Alright. Secret by Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. I love that name. Let's get into it. pause here. I like this song quite a bit. It's funny though, I'm pretty sure a majority, if not every instrument here is a synth. At first I thought the bass was real. I think it's actually a synth. I realized pretty quickly that some of the sounds sounded a bit unnatural. But it kind of adds to the just stylization of the song. Same with the guitar picks. I believe those are also synthesized. But yeah, I'm liking this a lot. It feels very unique. I actually, one of the few times I can actually think of a band to compare it to. It just feels like a very unique sound to me. I haven't heard anything quite like this. There's some that I can maybe come up with a couple slight similarities, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, sounds good as a whole. I'm trying to think of other things to describe it as. I do like the funky nature of it. It's just, it kind of feels like I'm on a trip or something. I don't even know. Definitely interesting sound though. I'll try to think of more to say about it, but it's just one of those songs where I don't have the words to talk about it yet. Funyuns with Sobe? What is Sobe? Or Sobe? I have no idea what that is. Funyuns are goated though. Funyuns are underrated. I swear they're one of the weird snacks that only are at parties 9 times out of 10, but most people don't buy them by themselves. That might just be in my experience, but I feel like I see them at parties. Nobody ever buys them for their house though. They're like an elusive chip that's like everybody loves but nobody buys. Yeah, just hurry as fast as you can, Lumi. Alright. Let's play it. Get back to it.
You heard a message and the message was clear. All the time you wipe away that tear. All I want is to hold your hand, to see the sun and walk the sand. You make me sad and you make me glad. And now you see all my secret is love. It's love. It's love. My secret is this love. Every
I like that part a
day
lot.
you're always there. You comfort me and make me feel it's worth my while. And then I look around and you're not there. And every day you say you care, and I'll be where. This is all. This is all. Oh, got a secret and I can't explain. This is all. All I want is to hold your hand. This is all. All along I was never in doubt. This is all. To see the sun and to walk the sand. This is all. I've got a secret and I can't explain. This is all.
I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. I really don't know what to say about this song. I was sitting here thinking about this song, like obviously as I'm listening to it, trying to think of things that I can really add or talk about. It's such a, it feels like such a trip of a song where it doesn't, it feels indescribable. I really don't know how to put the words together on it. Because like, I do think it's a good song, and it's a song that I like quite a bit. But it's not like I'm speechless in a way where it's like, oh, this is the best song in the world. It's literally just because it's so odd and unique. It has a very specific vibe that I haven't quite gotten from any other song. It's almost like a Backrooms type of vibe, but a little bit more hopeful or something. I don't know. Do you guys have anything to add? Does anybody have anything to say about this thing? I really don't. I can't think of anything. It's such an odd song. Like I can say that I like the little da 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 da, like that part. I think that's a fun little section. I do like the funkiness of it. It's so odd. I really don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm in the Twilight Zone or something. Track had a good vibe, felt like being on a beach at a sunset. I can see that because it's right when like a party is starting or something, like people are getting the tiki torches out or something. I can see that. I can totally see that. Sobe? I don't know what Sobe is. They're mini Funyuns, by the way. They're in a Pringles type can. But that's like this. That's what Sobe is, or is that something else? I barely tried baked chips, and they're pretty good. The baked Lay's potato chips are actually kind of goated. I liked the baked original Lay's more than I do than the original Lay's chips. They're very unique taste, and supposedly they're technically healthier. I'll put that in quotes though, healthier, because they're still potato chips. That's Sobeys. They were like herbal teas and juices. They also did cocktail flavors. For example, my favorite was pina colada flavor. They're really popular in the early 2000s, often found by the Arizona Teas. Yeah, I've never seen those before that I know of. Maybe if I saw the container, I might recognize it. I don't know. Was gonna say the same thing about the sunset. Interesting. As a lizard in it or a gecko, I think. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've seen that. Yeah, I'll look him up really quick. Sobe drink. I've never seen these things in my life. Like, yeah, I don't even know if those are sold in Missouri, at least where I am, by Kansas City. I don't think they're in Kansas City anywhere. Or if they are, I literally have just never seen them stocked. I do like them. Like the way that they look, though. Potato chips were good, especially the hot Cheetos. Oh, I love flaming hot Cheetos. Hey, close your ears if you don't want to hear a little TMI, but it's TMI time. Don't eat too many at once. Like, don't eat more than a bag, 2 perhaps, in one sitting. Otherwise, you'll wake up the next morning and see that certain things that come out of your body are all red, and then you'll get very scared and think that you're dying. That's just a little bit of a heads up for those that deeply love Flamin' Hot Cheetos like myself. I'm missing out. Maybe that'll be something I have to try on stream or something. Like, I'll order them. I'll write that up in a tab, so then I'll see about maybe ordering some, depending on how expensive that is. Okay. Jeez, that's a interesting ad. Back to the wheel we go for the last spin, and make sure I got all the names. Yep, we're good. All right, let's spin it. Hey, and we got radio friendly. That kind of works out. Because to be honest, I didn't want to add an extra song after the last spin. Just because I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm really losing my voice now. Okay, so as it is, American Pirates. So this is your group's song once again. Last time we really liked your song. We'll pull this up. Oop. Pulled in all the HTML code for there for a second by accident. Sung and written by my buddy Judah Allen. Gotta crunch this mint really quick. Yeah, I feel like the lizard on them is kind of makes me think it is a regional thing. Especially because lizards are, I believe, isn't that a pretty common theme in Arizona? For like merchandise and other things? And just areas, or states around that area? I think it is. I guess does it go all the way through Arkansas? I don't know though, since I've never seen them. I went through something similar, had a pound of Takis in one sitting once. Yeah, it causes nightmares, or not nightmares, but something scary. I also don't really regret it, Mandy. The only thing I regret is that I also drank a ton of A&W root beer at the same time. I couldn't drink root beer for a while, or eat Flamin' Hot Cheetos for like at least a few months. Although, this might be a sin on my part. I don't really like Takis very much. I'm a Flamin' Hot Cheetos man till I die. And I realize you don't have to make the choice, but that's my choice. Crichton can't win if he's not here. So true, Pop. Gonna spoil this, but it might help with the seriousness be more forgivable. This one is written by my buddy Judah from the point of view of a lion. We have fun with that when doing it live. Oh, I gotcha. I think it's for certain states because some states have restrictions for some food. Oh, okay. Taki's clear. Wrong. Anyways, let's hear this song from American Pirates, or Radio Friendly, As It Is.
As it is and as it was, once again the sun comes up. Out to the woods I go to lay down. As it is and as it was.
I'm really liking this a lot so far.
The winds of change have blown me down. I guess I overstayed my welcome in this town. I have ran my course and now I face my debts. As it is and as it was. Forget about sympathy for the pride I used to own.
Now I get it, pride.
The king is gone for good, and now there's a boy on the throne. I'm realizing that's just the way it goes. Well, as it is and as it was. As it is and as it was.
Alright, let me pause here. This is a very, very beautiful song. Like, well done immediately. I really, really like this one. A ton, actually. Y'all are underrated. To keep it a $1.50, or y'all are super underrated. Because this, again, incredible. Oh, Starscream. Please don't dig in with your nails too much. I'm wearing shorts. There you go. She luckily, daintily jumped up on my lap. Yeah, the piano's beautiful. The vocals are really good. Also, I can't help but notice, is this being recorded in like an actual studio? Because it doesn't sound like it's just using a noise gate or anything, especially with a very somber, silent song like this, where the voices or the vocals come in so clearly. And whatever mic you're using is also, or your friend is using, is also very quality too. There's definitely some very good equipment being used here, or at least it sounds like it, which is awesome. But yeah, this is sounding incredible. I can't give enough praise already, and I'm only halfway through. Very beautiful. Wow. Wait, did I create my IBS? Oh, maybe I created mine then too. Except for mine probably would have been by, there's these things called hot fries. I don't know if those things are regional either, but they are delicious. I used to eat them a ton as a kid. I can't really eat spicy things very much anymore, though. It really does a number on my stomach. I will sometimes, but I generally avoid it now. Oh yeah, I'm on my third Bleach rewatch with my girlfriend this time. I'll keep saying you have to watch it already. I know. I probably will get back to it eventually. I don't know when. I've got a lot of anime I need to catch up on that I've been waiting for it to like come out in full. Excuse me, I'm burping. But I did like it when I was watching it, from what I did watch. The only reason I stopped is because I was watching it when I was super sick, and it just kind of reminded me of being sick. But now I could probably go back to it and watch it just fine. Speaking of animes, though, I've been watching... Sorry, I'm not trying to take too long of a break in the middle of this song, but I tried to start watching Frieren Season 2. The animation is so bad in Season 2 relative to Season 1 that it's been hard for me to watch it. They use CGI in almost every single scene. Like, it's hard to notice, too. They, like, hide it really well, which, honestly, good on them. They somehow make the CGI look pretty natural. But just, like, the characters walking, and literally even just 2D shots with two people walking in like, towards the camera, it's CGI. Or the faces are just CGI for no reason. It annoys me to no end. I really don't like CGI in anime. But yeah, I think I might have to stop watching it because it's like that bad. I really don't think it looks good. You were in a studio. Miracle Engineers donated their time. That's awesome. Echo Park Studios. Shout out to them. Shout out Echo Park Studios. I don't know them, but that's epic that they'd allow you to do that. Also, I'm from Missouri, original Springfield. Hey, same state. Yeah, Andy Capp's hot fries. Those things are goated. They're so good. Underrated AF. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. Season 1 was so beautiful. Yeah, apparently, like, a lot of the main, like, the lead people on the anime quit because they were overworked, I guess, during Season 1. So, like, the person that kind of managed all of the animators quit. I guess, like, a lot of the lead creative people behind the animation quit. At least for this season, so... I guess that's a good chunk of it. Because the animation also... Because for the first 2 episodes, it's not that bad. Episode 3 is so bad animation-wise, though. And after that, it's hard to get past it for me. Because I was watching episode 4 and couldn't do it anymore. Anyways, though, sorry for taking up too much time in the middle of this song. This beautiful, beautiful song. Let me go back a little bit so we can get kind of a good reintroduction, and then we'll keep on listening.
As it is and as it was, as it is and as it was.
That instrument called? I always forget what it's called in the background. It sounds kind of like a harmonica.
They sing their songs so joyfully.
It's like the slinky looking instrument, I think.
Same ones they used to sing for me.
Accordion, yeah, that's it.
Long may he live, his strength is grace. As it is and as it was.
I love the nature sounds.
Sympathy for the pride I used to own. The king is gone for good, and now there's a boy on the throne. I realize that's just the way it goes. As it is and as it was. As it is and as it was. As it is and as it was. Once again, the sun comes up. Out to the woods I go to lay down. As it is and as it was.
Again, very, very beautiful song. Yeah, I don't know, that was awesome. From the piano to the backing accordion, every little instrument that's kind of subtly thrown in there, it all feels very intentional, very beautifully well done. I appreciate you mentioning the lion thing at the beginning, because honestly I think it would have gone over my head, but it all makes a lot of sense when you're actually keeping that in mind, especially with the certain like metaphors regarding the like a pride of lions and all of that just kind of thrown in there, or like the king of the jungle, that type of reference to just these metaphors. And I think that does make a huge difference. But again, props to you and your group. Once again, your friend definitely did a good job with the writing and singing. Everything feels so raw, but because you did have this professionally recorded, it sounds incredible. So like it gives the acoustic vibes while still sounding studio, if that makes sense, which in a lot of ways I think could be the best way to do a song like this, because it's not quite acoustic, but it's not quite full studio either. Like it is, but it isn't, if you know what I mean. But yeah, good stuff though. Love that a ton. Uh-oh, I spoke too soon. I feel an ache burn in my stomach. No, no, no. Profile picture updated to bleach. Oh, yeah. Louis is unrecognizable. Yeah, it is. You've had that profile picture for so long. We will learn it over time. Of course, Radio Friendly. Thanks for sending it in. You're a David Lynch fan. David Lynch. Obviously, I don't know him well enough if I can't even immediately think for sure if I know any songs by him. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard a lot from David Lynch or anything. I'm not really sure. So I guess no. Yeah, the piano is one of my favorite parts, Lumi, on this one. No problem. But yeah, good stuff. And honest, I wasn't expecting this sound either, based on the Candy Mountain one, even though that was a cover, just because obviously you had the big band sound in that one. And this one is a lot more toned down. So of course it has a very drastically different sound. But nonetheless, I do enjoy it. Alrighty. On that note, let's get on to the guaranteed requests before I completely lose my voice. So first we've got Pop with Alex Swings, Oscar Sings. With Miss Kiss Kiss Bang. Oh yeah, that was on Spotify. Let me copy that over. Well, there's a couple, so there's a few different versions that are popping up. There's the big band version, there's the radio version, and then there's the original version. And there's the Alex C remix. Do you have a preference, Pop? Yes, yes, Mandy, thanks for saying that. I will drop the link to that song. Everybody, make sure to check out that group, American Pirates. So far, I've really liked their music. Let me link it right there. Original or radio? Okay, I gotcha. I guess I'll just do this original
Hey,
one.
mis keys, vamos a bailar.
Oh no. I went into full screen on Spotify by accident. It's always so slow. There we go. Alright. Let's hear it. Oh wait, am I on the same one? Or is this different? Wait a minute. Is this a Spanish version? I might have to do the radio version then, unless... I'm getting so lost. Is Muchacha Kiss Kiss Bang the original, Pop? Yeah, no problem. I'd help my sister with the food for a bit, but I'll surely check out Bleach. Heck yeah. Stop licking your fur off, Starscream. No, law, it should be English. Okay, I'm just gonna, in that case, I'm just gonna go with the radio version, because it looks like it's the closest to being the original that I can find.
Hey, Miss Kiss, let us dance.
There we go.
Mrs. Kiss Kiss Bang, she's not a fool. Extraordinary and oh so cool. When I feel the touch of her sweet lips, I know this is a devil's kiss. She sets my soul on fire with no return. Ooh, baby, just burn, burn, burn. And I think we're like Mr. and Mrs. Right. So I'll give you my heart tonight. Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, come let us sing. Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, now let us swing. Take it sweet, sweet, sweet little thing. Mrs. Kiss Kiss Bang, come let us swing.
Okay.
When I look at
This feels very, very Michael Bublé. If it was just more energetic and I don't even know. I guess more energetic for now is probably the best way to put it. But so far I think it's enjoyable though. It's pretty catchy. It's definitely very, very energetic compared to just energy Bublé. Does Ready have Spotify playlists? Where do we find the playlists? That is something I wish I would have done when I first started. I don't really want to start it now just because I've gone so long without it. So I do have a Spotify, and when I say I add it to my playlist, I just add it to my general like songs. That being said, the closest that I have to a public playlist is actually my artist channel, Hypercruise, which I think I have that added on Spotify. Let me pull it up to my big screen really quick. Because I can share that. It's just my inspirations playlist. Which probably isn't quite what you're looking for. But that being said, I think it's also the closest to what you'll find to a public playlist from me. Anyways, though. Let me get back to that song.
to her eyes, the flames grow higher. I know this is a kiss of fire. Imagination feeds
shake your sweet, sweet, sexy thing.
Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, come let us sing. Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, now let us swing. Miss Kiss Bang, Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, you are my queen and I'm your king. Miss Kiss Bang, Miss Kiss Kiss Bang, shake your sweet, sweet thing, do the ring a ding ding, Mrs. Kiss, come on and let us sing. Do the heedy high ho, sing heedy high ho, do the heedy high hey, sing heedy high hey, Mrs. Kiss Kiss Bang, come let us swing.
Miss Kiss.
Heck yeah. So I have some mixed feelings about this song. I think in general it sounds good. I think the vocals are good. Production as a whole is good. I think if anything it's actually overproduced. A lot of it for what it is and what it's doing with like the big band sound. If it just wasn't as produced as it was, like they just reeled it back a little bit, made it sound a little bit more raw with some like a little bit less of the electronic effects that are just kind of thrown in there. I think it would sound a lot better, especially because you can hear a glimpse of that when it does the little tapping sound about 2/3 in. It was around the 2-minute mark, where everything reeled back a little bit and you could hear everything a bit more raw like. I think that was the best part of the song, despite it only being a few seconds, because I think it kind of showed that a bit better. Because everything in general I do like about the song, other than that, I think it just sounds a little too, maybe commercial is another way to put it, a little too commercial. If it was, they just reeled it back a little bit, I think I would like it quite a bit more. But overall, a lot of good elements. I do like, it's weird kind of describing that because I do like the general sense of the song, everything about it. I just wish there's just, it was slightly different, because if that, it was just changed slightly, I'd like it so much more. I would curate that list for you, Reddy, but I need a lot of data and stuff. I mean, if you want to, it's, I guess you kind of did used to do that too on the Discord. That was like, what, 2 years ago though, I think. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to create some shared playlist and start adding songs that I add to my playlist, you could. I would do it, but it'd be constantly switching between Spotify and YouTube, and I think that it'd be time consuming, and I don't know, it's a little bit of laziness on my part, but it's also just another step for me since I already do most, like pretty much all my stream stuff on my own. Although I will say it's probably best to start where we're at like now rather than prior live streams. That would take too long, and also a lot of my live streams aren't even up on YouTube anymore. You'll probably like the big band version it showed. Yeah, it's probably true. Electronic big band swing was a thing around 2009 for a short time. I have heard some of that genre before. Some of them I like a little bit more because I think they lean into the electronic a little more. But it kind of depends. Or they'll lean into the big band, like one way or the other. Okay, anyways, I'm going to actually be right back, and then I'll get to the last couple songs. I desperately got to use the bathroom though, so let me BRB.
Mr. Bankman. Mr.
When the coffee hits, the coffee hits. Oh, the live chat's doing the thing. Let's see if the light pops on too. Okay, maybe not this time. Heard Golden Slumbers today. Solid. I think you might like David Lynch, filmmaker. A stretch of a connection, but he has surreal use of music. Excuse me, I probably would then if he has surreal music, because I do like that sound. And also, thank you. I'm glad that you liked it. Can you have AI read the live transcript of Ratty's videos and make a playlist of every song that he says he's adding to his playlist? That is a good idea, Pop, because you could ask it for like when you feed it the transcript, you could ask it to give you the timestamps too, so then you can double check everything really quickly. I could also, if you guys want to, if you wanted to have it more consolidated, I could open up a new Discord channel, kind of like what we used to do, Turned Off, if you remember, where you can add those songs in the playlist, where essentially I just give you a role specifically to be able to add those songs to specific people that want to actually take part in that. Of course, I'd have to do that after the stream, but you can let me know. For some reason, my YouTube streams buffer so randomly. Yeah, YouTube as a platform is not always the best for live streams. Okay, anyways, let me mark that song off the list. And then we're going to be getting to Guz's song, which is from Duck Boy, so we'll finish up that trifecta, which is Rougarou, I've Become the Monster. I feel like I've heard Rougarou before. Like that name, not the actual sound. Where you at, Duck Boy? Alrighty. So let me pull up YouTube. There we go. Also, I'll need the watermark again. There we go. No, there we go.
Aldi doesn't pay for.
I like with their solo work, they stick when they do lyric videos. It's slightly stylized different, but it keeps the essence of when they do it together for S-Boys. Oh yeah, that was the other Duck Boy song I heard, Moldy Memories. Love you stream, guys. I'm gonna stay up watching Bleach and see you tomorrow, hopefully. Alright, sounds good, Slink. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And see you tomorrow. And hopefully you enjoy Bleach. You'll be able to talk to Lumi about that for sure. Alright, let's do it. Rougarou, I've Become the Monster by Duck Boy. The lyric video.
Hey, Duck Boy!
Alright, let me pause here. Funnily enough, I was just talking about with Scrimsong how it was leaning into a more of a pop sound. And this one, during that chorus that we just heard, or I'm assuming it's a chorus or something with the All Night Diet, almost had a little bit of a tinge of a pop sound into it. Not nearly to the same extent as what Scrim's song did, but definitely still there. This one though is quite an interesting track in general, because you get that. You also get a bit of like a power rock sound with the guitar. Not quite as fast, not quite as like rock in general, like excuse me. Like jeez. There we go. But there's definitely a hint of power rock in there without it going full dive into that. And then of course you get the punk rock sound as per usual with, well, at least what I've heard so far from Duckboy. But yeah, I'm loving this one a ton. And even besides the video, I'm getting some dark fantasy vibes from this song. I think the video definitely helps with that. But I think the song itself kind of gives off dark fantasy as well, which is a very niche genre that I love a lot. Just like I love the feeling of it. Is Kaiju number 8 worth it? I know that's not directed at me, Mandy. You should watch Kaiju number 8. It's really good. I like that one a ton. I like the instrumentals on this. Yeah, the instrumentals are really good on this one, Birdflesh. Sounds progressive, kinda. I think in some sections, yeah. It's a little bit across genres, though. It's definitely stretching over different rock genres. Excuse me. Alright, let's get back to it. I'm obsessed with this song already. This might be my favorite Duckboy song, actually. I really, really like this one. Because, what's the other one? Excalibur? I think that's the first one that I heard. I do really like that one, and I listened to that one a ton. So it's hard to say, it's hard to compare it now because I over-listened to that one for so long that I'm a little bit tired of it, just because I listened to it so much. But that being said, if I take that feeling of how I felt about it when I was listening to it a lot to this one, oh, it's close, but honestly, this one I think might be better. I really, really like this one. It just, that chorus is so catchy. I like that a lot. I mean, I was already wanting to sing along with every single line halfway through the song, just because it was that catchy. And again, I like this mix of genres he's going through. It's going across a few different genres of rock, which I always love. Man, this is good. This is good. Let me add this to my playlist. Rougarou. I've become the monster. Yeah, that's a banger. Excuse me. These guys are so versatile with their music, it's so insane. I agree. I 100% agree. Kaiju number 8 from Gregory. Yeah, well, again, I definitely recommend Kaiju number 8. I like that one a ton. Also, I feel like for people that haven't really watched anime, it feels like it'd be a good introduction one. Just because it's very action focused, and also big monster shows and movies are always cool. So there's that too. I'm a big fan of kaiju stuff. It's always entertaining. Even like the worst kaiju movies are usually still good just because you get to see big monsters fight. Also, that song is great. Hard agree. Yeah. I believe these two guys could be at any genre sometimes. Could be good at any genre sometimes. Oh, for sure. I'd love to see them just really, really branch out even more than what they have. Because I think they could pull off pretty much anything. Okay. So yeah, certified banger for sure with that one. And then looks like we've got last song of the night from Lumi, which is... Oh, okay, Spotify. Let me make sure I get that right. Okay, DA game close to home. The games. There we go. I wonder. Excuse me. It's really catching up to me now. I wonder what game this is based off of, or what it's based off of. It kind of looks like it would be based on this immediate album cover for it, but I don't know. Also, I can pull off the watermark for this one since we're on Spotify. Groups like that are the best. Cough, cough, sleep token. Sleep token. Yeah, I agree. And that goes back to what I was saying about, like, it's usually the most unique bands that get the most hate. I have a screenshot of emotional anime recommendations. I'm all for sappy stories. Grave of the Fireflies, Violet Evergarden. I've got a really sad one for you. Your Lie in April. That one was life-changing for me. Granted, I watched it in high school, so it's probably a bit different. Because there's some weird scenes off rip. But if you're able to get past that at the beginning, it was a very, very, very emotional anime. I don't know if I could watch it now, though, because there was a couple weird scenes at the beginning, if I remember it right. But it was really, really sad and very well done. Especially, again, I cannot stress this enough, once you get past the first episode. I'm pretty sure is what it was. I don't think I've seen Silent Voice. Or I honestly haven't seen Violet Evergarden or Grave of the Fireflies. I think I've heard... Is Grave of Fireflies, is that a movie by, what's that anime studio name? They're the famous one. The one that does Spirited Away. I really can't think of their name for some reason. Alright, anyways though, let's get into it. To DA Games, or The Games. Close to home. Alright, let me pause here. I do really like this one. This is super unique sounding. I don't know what to call this. It's definitely like metal-ish. I'm not sure though. It's very like bouncy sounding, like it's very up and down. I'm kind of like, in my mind, I'm picturing this from like so there's this what do you call it? Like not quite a creepypasta. It's like what the SCP stuff in Backrooms are. I can't think of the name for it at the moment. But it reminds me of Angel Engine a bit, story-wise. At least the beginning, like half. It gets confusing towards the end, and I kind of stopped caring. But if I like put this in perspective of the Angel and that's like the lines I feel like line up with that really well. Very niche thing though, so I don't even know if anybody would know what I'm talking about. But it definitely, that's kind of what story-wise what it feels like it's referencing. I really, really, really doubt it. But it does fit that really well. The remainder of the list: Planad, After Story, Anohana, The Flower We Saw That Day, I Went to Your Pancreas. Interesting. Your Lie in April, To Your Eternity. Oh, To Your Eternity made me cry. First episode. Makaya, When the Promised Flower Blooms. To Your Eternity is really good. Season 2 has a lot of boring episodes, but it shouldn't be that bad if you're able to binge watch it, because I think it was only boring because there's a lot of cliffhangers, and when you have to watch it one episode per week, it feels like it really drags. But To Your Eternity is incredibly emotional. Literally first episode, I was bawling. It is really good. Rave metal, I don't know what this is. Yeah, rave metal, that kind of works. Yeah, I really don't know. Went to Eat Your Pancreas is a wild name, but it's on that list. I've heard of it, but I have no idea what it is. So yeah, out of that list, literally all I know is Your Lie in April and To Your Eternity. And I did really, really enjoy both of those. To Your Eternity is very weird, though. It's hard to... I feel like it'd be hard to explain what that one is, but definitely watch it. Either way, though, let's get back to the track. I'm interested to see where this continues going. It's a very odd genre mix, but I'm enjoying it. I like his vocals on this a lot. That could be up there for one of my favorites from EA games. Holy cow. I really, really like that. I think the growls on this one are particularly good. And they're very unique compared to a lot of his other ones. And especially coming from me, where I'm not always the biggest person on growls, screaming, things like that, I think it does sound very appealing here. I like his style of singing on this one too, just in particular. I think it scratches an itch for me for sure. I like the odd genre mix here. We're getting I feel like a lot of songs tonight that are kind of riding the edge of genres that we haven't really quite heard. This is interesting. I think rave metal, like you said earlier, Lumi, might be the best way to describe this, because it does have a lot of like electric, like beeps and lasers, things like that, like almost video gamey sounds thrown in with like this metal. A lot of BPM changes that just work. He does a really good job with those. Overall, very good song though. I like that a ton. And like I said, it might be one of my favorites, if not my favorite, from him so far. Random, but the Spotify color matching your background light and text on screen is very satisfying. Oh yeah, it is. Didn't even think about that. Hear me out, Mafra could nail this. That would be interesting to hear, because this sounds a lot different than the covers I've heard from her. Just because the speed, first of all, that he's doing a lot of this is very fast compared to what she's done from what I've heard. And then on top of that, the cadence actually is very unique to EA games. Excuse me. So that would also be interesting to hear, because that is not, I don't think his cadence is an easy one to match. Love Mafra, but in my opinion, she doesn't hold a candle to World DA games. She's just too unique. Oh yeah, I get that for sure. I mean, it's like when she was doing the cover of the song with Mike Shinoda, where it's like, I'd rather hear the Mike Shinoda version. But that being said, I still really liked her cover. I just really like Mike Shinoda, so. He does have a crazy range. He also has a lot of different stylizations to his vocals. He switches just like it's almost like two different people sometimes. But I would like to hear a version called the Winchester Brothers. We Need Salt. I mean that in the most respectful way. I love this. Yeah, I need to rewatch Supernatural up until like, I don't know, probably when the angels come in, because I think the show takes a steep dive after that. I don't really care as much, at least until like whatever like the child of God is that comes in, the kid angel. It gets really weird then, and I just don't care for it much at that point. I never even finished the show because I got bored when it got time for the final season. Have a great night, Pop. Be good. I've gotten sick of Mafra recently because our fans constantly say she's better than the original. Some of them are insufferable. No. Excuse me. I mean, I just look at it, a lot of them are excited. I think she is very, very good at singing, and I do like her a lot, don't get me wrong. But I do think people don't quite realize, no, I don't want to say that generally like everybody, but I think there's a lot of people that don't quite think of it in the way that a lot of people just like the way that the original singers do it. And just because she's really talented at singing, she's not the one that's doing the original song. So that took a lot of effort in its own, and that's its own separate thing. Like doing a cover is a lot different than making an original song, if you get what I mean. And I think people kind of they don't keep that in context when saying that her songs are always better than the originals. I feel like not enough credit is always given to the originals. So I get what you mean. Supernatural was good. Yeah, I really liked at least the first stuff. The first like 5-6 seasons though is by far the best because the vibe is completely different. They lean more into the scary stuff, and they don't get too caught up in like the more drama stuff that's in the later seasons that I could care less about. I saw Bring Me the Horizon Doom post, and the entire comment section was Mafra fans shitting on Bring Me. Yeah, and I don't Yeah, I don't want to speak too much on it, but I get it. I definitely get it. A lot of them I think are, at least on my channel, I think my audience tends to be a bit different than some other channels, but a lot of them tend to be more fair towards the original bands, but there is a lot that are diehards from Afra, which I understand, especially if you haven't heard the original songs, but I definitely get both point of views. Anyways, though, I guess I'll call it at that tonight. I should be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Time. The only reason I say should be is there is a party planned for my nephew tomorrow night, so I might be going to that. It'll kind of depend because I have a really busy day tomorrow. So if that was the case, then things might change up a bit. Maybe it's a bit later. Maybe, I don't know. If anything does change, though, I'll leave an announcement. But as of now, expect me to be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Time per usual. That's my goal. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for tonight. Have a wonderful day or night where everybody is. And yeah, I will see you later. Bye-bye.